Today's video is going to be an easy everyday look using Laura Geller makeup. I have got some brand new products I cannot wait to show you, and we're going to use some old classics as well. Stay tuned because this look, you won't want to miss it. So we're going to do an easy everyday look using Laura Geller today. I have got some new products to walk you through, and I'm going to be dipping into my collection for the rest of the makeup. First up today, I have a cream blush in the shade Bare Beauty. That comes in a slightly different container than usual, really pretty I think. That is the blush there. Next, I have the Baked Bronze and Brighten multi-purpose bronzer, and that is in the shade Fair. So that is our bronze. Also new today, I have this waterproof lip liner in the shade Purely Pink. I have an Italian Marble lipstick in the shade Sugared Maple. I have a hydrating lip colour Jelly Balm. That is in the shade In the Buff. And I also have this full coverage foundation blending brush from Laura Geller. So today we're going to do a simple everyday look using Laura Geller. I am going to start as usual using the Spackle primer. Just a couple of pumps on the fingers and apply this smoothly across the face. So Laura Geller says that this is skincare meets makeup, and it does say to give it a minute to set on the skin, and it says that this primer creates a perfect base for long-lasting makeup while adding rich hydration thanks to nourishing shea butter and jojoba seed oil, along with lots of other natural ingredients. I'm rather excited to try this. It says full coverage foundation blending brush. I have previously received the Kabuki brushes along with the foundations, but the Kabuki brush doesn't give the level of coverage that I prefer. So I'm pleased to see that she's doing a full coverage brush. So it says here, this dense makeup brush is the perfect way to get the most out of your favourite Laura Geller foundations. The soft bristles buff and blend smoothly, helping you create the fullest coverage without caking for the most natural finish. Start at the centre of the face and work outwards. Oh, so it's quite a short little brush actually with really dense bristles. It did say something on the back about liquid foundations, so now I'm unsure whether you're supposed to use this on your powder foundations as well, but I guess you can, so let's give that a go and find out. So I actually have 4 different Laura Geller foundations, and a couple of them are not my colour, but I'll show you them for reference because I think it's interesting if you haven't yet tried Laura Geller or you're not happy with the shade that you've bought. It can be interesting to see the other shades because down at the kind of light end of things, the shades aren't always that self-explanatory. So we have Porcelain, which is the lightest shade. Then we have Fair, which is the next lightest, and then we have Light, which is the third lightest. So these are the shades in the Baked, Balance and Brighten. For me, the Fair shade is actually the best match. I found the Porcelain was very white. So I've got another video actually if you want to see how the Porcelain looks on my skin. I came out very light. The Fair is about the best option, and the light shade was a little bit too deep and golden for me. So that's your kind of 3 lightest shades. But a little bit confusingly, I have also got one of the other foundations. I have this one, the Double Take Baked Versatile Powder Foundation. This is in the shade Light actually. And if we compare it to the Light from the Baked, Balance and Brighten, you can probably see, because these ones have this darker marbling in them, this comes out much darker and much more golden than the Versatile. So I actually rather like this one in Light, but this one is too dark for my skin tone. I'm going to go ahead and start with the Baked Versatile Powder Foundation in the shade Light. I like to use this one, certainly to begin with, because it gives a bit more coverage, I think, than the Baked, Balance and Brighten, and because it doesn't have that marbling through it, it's a bit more of a standard colour throughout. So I've started to apply it with this new dense brush. I will just get out the Kabuki brush though and show you how that one works as well, because it's quite different. So I have a couple of these because she's often giving away brushes with the foundations. This is kind of what the Kabuki brush looks like. It's much longer bristles, much less densely packed, so you don't get quite as heavy a coverage with this one, and also it kind of spreads and blends a little bit more easily, which is why I'm starting to wonder whether that dense one really is best for these powder foundations. Perhaps it does in fact work better on a liquid foundation. This is quite nice to use actually, I think, because it has that angled element at the end and it's quite a large sort of surface area as well. It's quite nice to apply with this particular foundation. So one of the selling points of Laura Geller is that it says it's specially formulated for mature skins so as not to settle into lines and wrinkles. And I'm going to keep a close eye on that today, because I am starting to get a little bit of crepiness around the eyes. So I am going to be looking to see if this actually lives up to its word and doesn't settle in those crinkly areas. I think I understand what they mean. So with a liquid foundation, it can tend to kind of form like a kind of a riverbed pattern in these little crinkles here. And I think it's right actually. I'm not seeing it settle in the fine lines. It is maintaining a fairly even coverage. I've got to say, as much as everyone raves about the Baked Balance and Brighten, I really like this Baked Versatile powder personally. I think this is my favourite powder. I am going to go over the top with some of this Baked Balance and Brighten just so we can see what the difference is. Let's just start by applying some of this powder on one side of my face and then we can perhaps see if there is any difference. So I don't know if you can see, but I think this side is starting to take on rather a more golden hue. So I think that's something to take into account. If you're not keen on this kind of golden overtone that the Baked Balance and Brighten gives, you might want to stick with, let me just even things up. Okay, so that's my base finished with both the Versatile powder in light and the Baked Balance and Brighten in fair. So I'd like to try first of all one of the new products today, which is the Baked Bronze and Brighten in the shade Fair. This is new to me, although I believe I have tried this product before, but in a different shade, because I have this palette here. It's called The Best of the Best. This is the Tuscan Dreams version, and there is a Baked Balance and Bronze in here. It's called Roman Holiday, whereas the one I've just bought is simply called Fair. This is our bronze shade today. I'm quite intrigued by this shade. It's got a really nice pink and brown marbling pattern through it. So what I'm really interested to see is if this has got a shimmer to it, and that's why I'm going to go steady with it to begin with, because I do also have another bronzer and it had a lot of shimmer in it. Yeah, it was this one. It was the Baked Body Frosting in Tahitian Glow. Really nice, but had a bit too much shimmer for the face. So I put it across my forehead and it had too much gold in it. So I'm really keen to see if this one, the bronzer, has a bit less gold shimmer through it. Okay, that's good. It doesn't seem to have that gold glistening quality that the body version had. So I'm really pleased with this so far. I think this is going on rather nicely. I like to wear a matte type bronzer all the way around the hairline and then across onto the cheekbones. I do also like to put some in my eye sockets as well. I'm actually really pleased with this. This is one of the best bronzer products I have found with Laura Geller. I've got a feeling some previous viewers did recommend this one, and so I'm really glad I've bought this. I think this looks really nice. Next up for us to try today is another new one. This is the Cream Craves in the shade Bare Beauty. This is a cream blush, I think, yeah. Looking forward to trying this one next. I think with cream blushes you can quite happily go in with your finger usually. I'm going to start with a brush and then we'll see how that goes. I think the shade of this is really nice. It's blending ever so nicely with the bronzer shade that I bought. I'm really happy with these shades. I think they're great for everyday wear. Just trying to blend the edges out a little better. For my eyeshadow today, I am going to go back into one of my absolute favourite eyeshadow palettes, and that is this one. It's the Baked Eyeshadow Palette, Earthy Essentials, called the Delectables, and I think the colours in here are just stunning. I've got to say, the first time I used it, I had a bit of difficulty getting colour out of there, but I think if you want to use a brush, you can dampen the brush, and that makes the baked powders much more sort of adherent to the brush and to your eyes. But I think you can also just go in with your fingertips, and I think that's what I'm going to do today. I don't want to do anything extravagant on the eyes because we're going for an everyday look, so I'm sort of drawn to either this matte shade Birch or potentially that slight shimmer Amber. So let me see if I can get this onto my finger to smooth some across my eyelid. Oh, that's interesting. It's a little bit paler and browner, more beige than I was expecting. Let me just even the other one up, but I think I will go over the top with another shade. I definitely recommend using your finger in these baked shadows, but I actually love them. I can't believe I just really wasn't sure about it when it arrived. I mean, I thought it looked beautiful, but I couldn't figure out how to get any makeup out of here. But definitely try your finger or a wet brush. Okay, so that's the shade Birch across both of my lids. I am going to go over the top with, I think the Amber. There is a nice magnolia pink here as well, but let's go with the Amber. And it's so interesting. They feel so much more creamy against the fingertip than they did when I tried to use a brush in here. Definitely use your finger. Obviously, you can't do quite such kind of detailed, intricate work with your finger as you can with a brush, but this shadow is really soft and creamy, and actually the more I use it, the more it is growing on me. I think this palette is awesome. Probably the thing to do here is to apply it with your fingertip, but then blend it out with a brush. I think this way you get the best of both worlds. You get the product applied nicely, but then you get to smooth out the edges with a brush. Okay, so that's the shade Amber added to my eyelids. So I do like to line my upper eyelid, and I have here the Incredible Waterproof Gel Eyeliner Pencil. This is in the shade Brown Sugar. I love a gel liner for tight lining particularly, because you don't get that transfer down to the bottom lid. Waterproof gel eyeliner is generally going to stay where it is put. So I'm going to line the upper lid with this today. So that's one eye upper tight lined. And I'm going to take this along the outer edge of the lashes as well. So there, that's gone on really smoothly and easily, and it's a twist up, twist down, which takes away all the hassle of sharpening, and it's always sharp. So before I go any further and do the mascara and the lipstick, I am going to go in with the Spackle Mist Boost with Electrolytes. I think this is really nice because this is all powder. It's so nice to be able to spray something moistening and that's doing good as well, to kind of really let that makeup, I'm using far too much, let that makeup kind of moisten in, settle in, warm to your skin, and then we can complete the look with our mascara and our lipsticks. I've gone in with more than is normal. I'm kind of curious to see how long it takes to dry off. Luckily my mirror doubles up as a fan. Oh, hardly any time at all. That has already dried down. And everything looks so much juicier and fresher after the spray of the mist. I really recommend it. If you like these Laura Geller powder foundations, highly recommend getting the Spackle Mist. I think that makes it look really super lovely. I've got 3 Laura Geller mascaras to choose from here. There's the Day and Night Duo, and then there's the Classic Casual. I absolutely love this Classic Casual, but because we're doing an everyday look today, I kind of want to give this Day one a go. I'm not sure that I've used this one before. This is in the shade Brown. It says Daytime Magnifying Mascara. Let's give it a go. Okay, so that is one eye done with the Daytime Mascara. There does seem to be fibres in here which seem to be thickening it up. It is looking therefore a little bit thick, a little bit clumpy. If you like a cleaner look on your mascara, this might not be the one for you, but it has got a slight bend on the mascara wand, which actually makes it easy to get in on these lower lashes. And while sometimes I just can't get mascara wands in here without smudged it anyway, without smudging, I did mostly manage to catch these bottom lashes without smudging it everywhere. Let me show you up close. Hopefully you can see that this one is the mascara dye and this one is without. Always handy to have some little pointy cotton buds to hand. I just got these ones from Amazon. And there we have our mascara on for our everyday look. So I'm really excited to try out this waterproof lip liner today. This is in the shade Purely Pink. It says it's a modern classic. It says transfer proof performance high coverage colour. So that will hopefully take us through a couple of hours of wear, I would hope. I struggle to keep lipstick on my lips. The minute I eat, it's basically gone. So I'm always really keen to try out anything that says waterproof, long lasting, staining. So yeah, this one says waterproof. Let's try it out. It's going on quite thickly. It has quite a thick sort of point on the end. Yeah, and I think that was fairly easy to apply. The colour is nice. I think that's really beautiful colour. Yeah, I think that's a really lovely lip liner actually. I'm looking forward to using this a bit more in future. So we've got a couple of lip products to try. This is the Jelly Balm in the Buff. And this is the Italian Marble in Sugared Maple. I think given the colour of these, we'll go in for the Sugared Maple first of all, and then we can perhaps go on top with the Jelly Balm. Oh, look at that. I've been looking for a lipstick like this. Sugared Maple it's called. It's a really nice rosy brown shade, I think. I've been looking for something just like that. I'm really pleased to have found it. So I'm just going over the top a little bit with this in the Buff shade. Obviously on the swatches it was much pinker shade, so if you're just going with this it's going to look a lot pinker on the lips, but I'm just using it to go over the top of this brown shade. And I think these two together make it even more beautiful. So, I mean, what do you think of today's easy everyday look using Laura Geller? This is, I think, my favourite look so far. I think this is a really great one. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in the next one. Stay curious.